Hey guys, as you may have seen from the title of the video, we will be putting a chassis mounted wing from Battle Aero on the NA Miata. In this video, we are going to go over the process of installation, some of the tools and hardware you might need, and some of the issues you may encounter, though hopefully you encounter none. Here are the parts that come with the Battle Aero chassis mount kit. This particular kit is the swan neck. You've got this is a 66-inch wing. Very nice, fiberglass, not the carbon fiber. You have your wing stands. Thick, nice. Little brace. Also another brace that comes with the kit. And these are what you bolt to the chassis. These are the actual mounts. As you can see, you've got some adjustability. All in all, it's a very nice put together kit. It may not provide any true functionality, but god dang does it look cool when it's on. I believe the kit is put together very nice. As you can see, I don't think that's breaking. Pretty thick steel. Let's go over some of the tools you're going to need. We'll start with the bumper removal first. You will need varying lengths of Phillips screwdrivers, a ratchet, and a 14mm socket, or wrench. Now for the chassis mount install, your hardware may vary, though my hardware consists of 14mm, half-inch, a 10mm, and an Allen. Let's get to work. Our first order of business is going to be to pop the trunk. The reason for opening the trunk first, might have to grease those bad boys next video, watch out. The reason for opening the trunk first, under this flap right here, you can see it before even opening the flap. You have this connector for the marker lights. You're just going to want to pop that off, and down there's a little grommet. Push that through. Now you're ready to take off the bumper without breaking anything. Hopefully. Let's start taking off the bumper. Phillips screwdriver. There are 4 Phillips screws, 2 on each side. And then there are 2 Phillips screws for the marker light as well that we will be taking off. Got the light connected in there. Just a slight twist, pops out. Make sure you don't lose any of these screws. Keep them in a safe spot. You may want to put your bumper back on at some point. Your 4 over here. You can use these marker lights to save their screws pretty easily. Slight twist. Might have been blocking you there. Taking the rear bumper off of an NA Miata is pretty straightforward. Let's crawl under here and show you what we're working with. We've got 8 14mm nuts. 2 there, 2 on the other side of the tow hook. We've got 2 there, and 2 right there. Don't mind my janky LEDs. Let's start taking it off. Grab your ratchet. and your 14mm socket. Let's get under here and get to work. It's the dinner bell. Almost done here. Okay. Got towel here so we don't scratch the OEM bumper. And it should just slide off. Oh, make sure that your wires aren't going to get caught in there. These, the bumper corners, you just push down, pull outwards, unclip your bumper should just there's that wire we disconnected in the trunk. There we go. Now that we got the bumper off, I can show you what we're working with a little bit easier here. Here are the 4 mounting holes on each side that those brackets bolt to. Definitely got to recommend to you, use some washers, some decent sized washers, and locking washers as well. You don't want this thing coming off on you. I like to have all my hardware ready to go when we're working on something. I've got my bolt with the washer already on it, on standby. Let's put one of these mounts on. Got a bolt in on each side. Get your washers, your lock washers. Put a washer on first, then a lock washer. Once you get these first 2 nuts and bolts on, it makes it a ton easier to get the rest. Now I feel like it's important to mention, you're not going to want to tighten these nuts and bolts down all the way until you get the wing stands on. I mean, these mounts have a little bit of leeway to the left and right, so you got some adjustment. Again, for the other side, I've got my bolt with the washer already on it, ready to go. I've got the other washers, nuts and lock washers here. Washer, then lock washer. This side's just a little bit more tricky because you've got the exhaust right here. Though with the bumper removed, tons of room. Tons of room. That wasn't too hard now, was it? The mounts are on. Not completely yet. We'll get to work on that. But they're there. They're not going nowhere. Now remember, you just want these hand tight for now. Wing stands. These are the steel stands. They're a bit heavy. I'd recommend having a second person along to help you lift this up into place, though it can be done with one person. Here we are with the wing stand. This is going to be attached by 4 bolts, 2 on each side. Now, I personally have made my own modifications to the wing stand to get it to sit how I like. Though, out of the box, it should sit just right. I will have to admit, these mounts were originally for an NB Miata, so I had to modify these as well. Though if you get the correct mount, I bet you won't. Here we are with the wing mounts and the wing stand ready to go. There are 4 nuts and bolts total, 2 on each side. As mentioned earlier in the video, these steel stands are going to be much heavier than the aluminum ones, and for that reason, I'll have to recommend having a second person here just in case. You don't want to ruin the paint on your deck lid or finish panel. Though I have found it's not too difficult to do it by yourself, as I will show you here. Let's get to it. The first bolt I like to start with is this one right here. It gives you a lot of adjustability, as you can see. Here we are. Inside. That nut on there, so it don't go nowhere. Get those hand tight. And now you're ready to bring the wing stand up into position. Once you get the third one tight, you should be able to let her sit there for a moment. Look at that. That is so cool. These are sturdy too. See trunk fitment here. Oh, that is nice. That is nice. Can probably move that in just a little bit. Sweet. Now that your wing stand is tightened up, you're going to want to go back to the mounts and tighten those up all the way. Make sure that they're centered. Now that you've got both the mounts and the wing stand tightened up, you're ready to put the actual wing itself on. Now I found it's another difficult task to do by yourself, though not impossible, as I will show you now. So I like to have one forward bolt ready to go and one rearward bolt ready to go on either side. Start with the rearward on this side. Again, difficult but not impossible. This is where the Allen comes into play, at least for my hardware. And with that, she's on. It's on there, let me tell you. She's sturdy. You can see just how massive that wing is. Wow. That's crazy. Unfortunately, ran out of daylight to show you the car outside. We're back out here in the garage today with the NA Miata. We've got the Battle Aero chassis mounted wing install all wrapped up, though unfortunately, we ran out of daylight last night. The good news is, we've got some beautiful weather today. Maybe we'll go take her out for a drive as well. Looks like that's a wrap for this one. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments or by dropping a like. And as always, thank you for watching.